All right, what's going on, boys? So last time we made a video, we were talking about offense and the USC playbook and all that kind of stuff. So today we're going to talk a little bit about defense and why I think this is the best defense for beginner and intermediate players, and also how it makes switch sticking really easy. That's going to be the main thing. We got stuff for zone setups, we got stuff for man setups, and I'm going to show you all that today. So let's get into it. All right, so first of all, let's talk about playbooks. I'm going to be in the Tennessee 4-2-5 playbook, but you can find these formations in a lot of different playbooks. You don't have to use this one. This is going to be the one that I'm basing out of. So let's go and get in practice mode. All right, so two formations we're going to be mainly calling is double mug and single mug. And I'll start off with single mug. If you're a zone player, single mug's probably the best defense. If you're a man style player, blitz player, then double mug's going to be your best bet. Either one kind of works. I kind of recommend mixing in both, to be honest. But let's just go ahead and start off with single mug. All right, so for single mug, our two base plays are going to be cover 4 quarters and cover 9 here. I'll go ahead and start off in cover 4 quarters. Let's go ahead and call that. And let's go against like a bunch formation because a lot of people run bunch. So let's go to something with like a crosser kind of setup, like mesh post. Mesh post should be perfect. And let's go ahead and respot the ball here. All right, so this just looks like a base cover 4, right? But we're going to go ahead and shade down, cancel the match. We don't want match in this play. We want everybody to be in a predictable position to where we can switch on or switch off, whatever we want to do. And obviously, EA broke the stunts again, so you can't really call them from the play call menu as of right now. So we're going to go ahead and set up our stunt. We're going to press left on the D-pad, R1 for stunts, and then go over to the Texas 4-man. That's going to give us the pressure we need. If you want, you can spread the line. And I like to stand over here just so we can shoot the run gap if we need to. And really the only other adjustment we're going to make over here is we're going to take this safety on the short side of the field, and we're just going to, quick adjust him into an inside third. And so why are we adjusting him into an inside third? So what he's going to do is instead of just shooting straight back, he's going to kind of play more in the middle of the field, and that's going to really help against crossers in like bunch sets, trip sets, whatever else. And so let's just go ahead and let this play out. So we know we got that post coming across the middle. We'll just take away anything short, click onto him, boom, we're right in front of that crosser. If they try to throw that crosser right there, that's a pick, or should be. You know how EA goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and set up again. All we're going to do is Texas 4-man, shade down, YY, triangle, and then left on the left analog stick for this inside third. And that's just going to put him in a really good position to switch stick. And we can also stop the run from here. If they shoot an inside zone, we can just loop across, stuff that. But yeah, let's go ahead and do it again. So we're going to go user anything short like this, switch up to the inside third, and we can cut off any kind of crossing route. And that's just going to make this play insanely good. So like, what if they go for a flood concept? Let's get into that next. Let me go and pick a new play for them. All right, so this is the best I can do for a flood concept. They're in like a X spot or whatever it is. They're going to have a curl flat instead of a vertical route, which is what it is. I don't have a second controller on my PlayStation, so I can't really set it up correctly. But we're going to do the same setup. You set up your blitz. I'm not going to set up the stunt because it's not really important for practice mode. But anyways, we're just going to inside third the safety on the short side again. Come back over, get ready to shoot the run gap. And if you want to, you can actually leave match on. Match is pretty good. But we're going to go ahead and shade down for this. And let's just see what happens. So they're going to snap it. I'm going to come over here, take away anything. You can switch stick down. Hard flat's going to play the flat route pretty good. And really what you want to kind of do is like, if you know it's coming, obviously, like go ahead and try to user the corner route. I know that's going to be hard to do, but you could even like shoot the flat and then switch on. You're going to have a lot of zones over there. It's kind of hard to actually explain while I'm trying to do it, but you're well protected against either kind of route. This is really good bunch defense. So let's go ahead and say like they get a trips tight end. Let's go ahead and do something like that. All right, so now we switched playbooks. We went to Oklahoma State that has a trips tight end, so I can show you how to defend trips formations. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and set up my coaching adjustments again. I don't think I showed this in the first half, so if I didn't, go ahead and copy these coaching adjustments: conservative, aggressive, conservative, conservative. And then you want to put your safety depth on close and your safety width on pinch. That's going to bring them closer to the line. They're going to be able to play everything a lot better. And you're not really going to be worried about giving up the deep. But so what we're going to do is also, so that's basic for your cover 4 quarters. But against trips formations, we want to turn auto flip off. And we're going to have the trips going to the wide side of the field. They're going to be on the right-hand side this time. So we want cover 9 to match it. You want auto flip off. You want the quarter flat to the wide side. So that's going to look just like this right here. Actually, we're still on offense. Let me go ahead and flip sides. All right, so now we got cover 9 and our trips tight end set up. So this is what the play art is going to look like. And pretty much all we're going to do is we're going to take this safety over here, and we're just going to put him in an inside quarter. So that's going to be right on the right stick. And the reason we're going to put him right on the right stick in the inside quarter, is because there's no real vertical threat that we can't cover doing that. And there's nothing that's going to attack deep onto this sideline that we're too worried about. So that's going to be our play there. And then if you want to, that soft squat's really good, or you can go ahead and cloud him by pressing down the left stick in your quick adjustments. I think I got the wrong guy there. Yeah, he's supposed to be in a vertical hook. It's this guy's on the cloud flat. So it's going to look something like this. You always want your quarter flat to the wide side, like I said. I'm not going to set up the Texas 4-man, but you obviously would set up a Texas 4-man here just like this. And that's going to pretty much bag everything Trips tight end has to offer. We're going to go against verticals here. It's the same concept. So we're just going to kind of, get everything in the quick intermediate. Everything's bagged. That's really their only option, try to throw something over the top. And of course they get it because EA made this game. But yeah, so we're just going to cloud flat our outside. I keep pressing the wrong guy. Who's on the outside here? Square? Okay, so we're messing this up. No, okay, so triangle is the cloud flat. So cloud flat him. Why are they both adjusting every time? We want Y. Oh, never mind. Okay, so vertical hook him. Vert hook him. Cloud flat square. And then put an inside quarter on your safety across the field. And then stand over here so you can shoot the run gap. And like I said, same concept. Cover anything across the middle. You really ain't got to switch stick like verticals, but anything else you would obviously want to switch stick around the field and kind of cover that. But yeah, that's it for our trips formation. So let's get into empty. All right, so for empty formations, we're going to put our auto flip back on. And then let's just come out and cover 4 quarters. Same concept as our bunch defense almost. So let's go. All they have is empty. No, they got 5 wide receiver. Let's just do something like cross dig. That's a pretty good play there. You might see a lot. So we'll set up the Texas 4-man, and all we're going to do, same thing. Weak side safety, put him on the inside third. And that's going to make it really easy to switch stick any kind of crossing route. So they have a crossing route here. You can just switch stick on him, bring him down, cover that pretty easy. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. You're just inside third. You can even run match if you wanted to, but I prefer to shade down. And then same thing here. Cover the middle. You can do that. Ideally, your user kind of shoots back up there. If you wanted to, you could even, let's go ahead and do it, set it up again. So we know 8's coming across in that crossing route, like somebody spamming this play. So we can just go ahead and do something like this. Or actually, I think, hold on. No, it's, I can't even get my adjustments right. There we go. So I think it's the outside receiver coming back across. So let's do something like this. When we man him up, when we switch on to our, okay, I missed my switch stick. Let me try that one more time. All right, so we're set up again. Obviously, you want to have a better switch stick than I did there. You come up, cover the crossing route. They actually throw it this time. If they do get it, it happens. It's football. But you're going to have a lot better chance of making a play on that ball and picking it off with this defense. I want to kind of show how this is going to bag that crossing route now. Let's see if it does it here. I'm going to switch on early. Okay, as you see, we probably should have got the pick there. It's not going to let me show you, but anyways, once you switch stick off of him, he's going to go play man-to-man. Let me see if I can kind of show you in the replay mode. So if you do man him up, once we switch off, he comes straight over here, and he's going to guard that route coming across. So you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I think that is the best coverage defense in the game. So let's get into a few man setups. And so for our man setups, we're just going to come out in mid-blitz 0. I think everybody knows how to do this. And let's just go against, it really doesn't matter. Let's go against something like, let's do trips tight end. Something like Texas. That would typically give us a little bit of like trouble. And really all we're going to do is we're going to come over here, mug the gap with our user. I like to zone out the defensive end on the running back side, and then you just kind of hold the left trigger, and you want to run into the line and engage with them, and then we're just going to switch off with our D-pad. So I'm going to let them snap it because I can't really do that in practice mode. But then you switch off, and you can kind of come down and kind of guard anything. Running back goes in the flat, you got it. If tight end goes on corner route, you can defend that. And basically what that allows us to do is we're still sending 6 and getting the same pressure, because it's kind of like almost like a 7-man blitz because of the engage, but you're going to get all the pressure for 7, only sending 6. So let's do that again. Got everything here. Sometimes our user drops back into coverage for some reason. Maybe that'll scare them into not throwing that Texas route. But let's go ahead and do that again. One more time. You just want to let them snap it, bump into them, switch on, come down to whatever the running back's doing. Easy as that. And then let's talk about a few cover setups you can do from this. All right, so let's say they come out in something like this. This is going to make setting up cover 3 really easy. You just go up on the left stick on both your safeties, and then your guy in the middle, you're just going to put him in the inside third, left in the left stick. Easy as that. And then you can kind of figure out your coverage underneath. If it's like third, fourth, and long or something like that, you can run it just like this. And that's going to do you a pretty good job because you're still going to get the insane pressure. And he's not really going to have time to make a read. Obviously, you want to cover the running back. I forgot the running back is out on the route on this one. But you still want to cover the running back. If you wanted to, though, it's super easy to set up. You can just set it up like this. You could actually put your slot corner on a vert hook and then put a hard flat over there. You really don't need a hard flat on the other side. If you wanted to, you could do a curl flat, turn that into like a cover 6 or something like that. That's going to take some time, some quick adjustments. It's going to be hard to go through and explain that because I just have it kind of memorized at this point. But that's something you can do realistically. And you're just giving a blitz look, but you're not blitzing. You're only sending 4. And you're still going to get pretty good pressure just because like the pressure's coming out of weird places. It might mess up the D-line a little bit. That's pretty much going to be your mid blitz setup. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it, and we'll be back with more.